Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. And as you can see, we're going to be doing some more of the powder stuff. So today I have got this big bag of Resin Crete by JDiction. They do not sponsor me. I bought this myself, but I figured I would try it because I've done the mix to mold, which I love because that one does not sweat when you take it out. So you can actually seal that right away. Whereas the Magic Pour by Let's Resin, you have to let that cure like 24 hours because it sweats. So I wanted to see what the difference was with the Resin Crete. But I'm going to get brave and we're going to do something different. I just got my chrome powders in by Let's Resin. You get 10 colors. So I'll just do the colors with you really quick. You get this gorgeous purple. You get a green. You get a light blue. You get a holographic pink, a gold, a blue, which kind of looks teal to me, but it's blue, and you get a royal blue, which is really pretty, and let me put these in because I'm running out of fingers here. This is a rose red, and I will show you this color in just a second because I did a test piece. Now, mind you, I did not wash my mold before I did this, but this is the finish that we got, and I just used the rest of my Magic Pour. So if your mold is not clean, this is what's going to happen. And I could see it when I was putting this powder down, but I wanted to see if it was going to work, and it worked like a dream. So that is this color. This is the rose red. So I did that one, and then I did one using these like holographic embellishments or whatever. And I did sand it, which it sanded some of the color down, but I also put some of the glitter in, and the glitter that I used was this one here, and look, it came out. So I was getting brave today. And then I also did this small. This is the mold that I wanted, and I thought it was going to be much bigger, but it is so stinking cute. So once this completely dries, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add color to it, and then I'll seal it. But, oh my gosh, he's so cute. So I was hoping this was a bigger mold, but it's not. So those were my kind of like test pieces. So what I'm going to do for this one is I am going to make a base with a candle holder, and we're going to pour the angel. But I am going to cover the inside of this mold in the holographic silver that came in that kit. So I'm going to put that in there. We're going to spread it around, and then we're just going to pour white and see what we get. For the base, I am going to do the red. It is kind of like an orangey red. It is really, really pretty. So we're going to dust this in this red. And then we're going to do the angel in the silver. And I thought once she comes out, it will make like a 3-piece set. And I think it's going to be really pretty. So that is my plan for today. So let's go ahead. And I do want to do my Buddha, but I'm going to do him in a light green and a dark green swirl I'm hoping to get. But we'll see. We'll see how long it goes to make these 3. And we might have to do that one at a different day. All right. So I'm going to start with the silver. So I did bring these molds up and I did wash them so that I knew that there was no debris inside and we could, you know, just color them and not have to worry about it. All right, so let me, if I can, because I clipped all my nails. Oh, I got it. And I'm just going to brush that excess into the mold. No, I don't want the paper in the mold, just the glitter. Or whatever it's called. All right, so I am going to try to flip this inside out so that I can get down in here really good. So I have not tried it with this particular powder, so we're just gonna see. So I'm just gonna try to make sure that I get all the indentions. And just to show you what this little angel looks like in white, this is her. Isn't she just precious? So she's ready to paint and seal right now. It's been a few days, so she is just precious. So I just really wanted to make like a set. So that's kind of what I'm going for today. All right, so let me... And I really want to try to get into all those nooks and crannies. Now, the one good thing with this, the JDiction, is it's a much thinner pour than the other ones, which I think will be perfect for a mold like this that has so many fine details. All right. So I'm wanting to make sure that I get as much of this inside that I can before I flip this around the other way. And you notice I moved my other molds out of the way so I don't have to worry about any of this silver getting on those pieces. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can with this turned inside out, because it's just going to make my life so much easier when I flip it back the other way. If I know that I have 97, 98% of everything covered inside. So I'm just hoping this gives her like a little shimmer or something. Is kind of my... So, I mean, you could do this in multiple colors as well. But I figured for my first try, I better just stick to one color and see what we get. So, I know I've had a few people comment that, you know, they'd like to see different things that we could add to the powders, which, you know, I also want to find out. So where my hands acted up on my last resin project again, and I wore my gloves, I did all the things, and I'm just really still struggling. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to break it up and, you know, maybe do like 1 or 2 resin projects and one or two of the powder stuff. So I do have some more mix and mold coming. I ordered 2 containers. They should be here, I think, by this weekend. So I'm hoping. So I was able to pretty much get this whole thing dusted inside out. I will go over some of the areas once I flip it, because I'm sure that there might be some areas that it gets, you know, dislodged or whatever. But, all right. So that is looking really good. All right, so let me just, and if I don't touch too much, oh, look at that. Oh, that closed up really nice. So I'm just making sure that now I have the edges kind of filled in. And whatever's not filled in, I think we're just going to pour this in the white, because you'd have to add so much of this powder to color it. So we'll pour it in the white and just see what we get. So there might be little bits, if I've missed any, that of the white that shows up, but I think it'll be fine. All right, so let's clean this off. And we're going to close this up. I'll move this out of the way, and let's start with one. We're going to do that in the red. And like I said, I only tried that one color just to see if it was even remotely going to maybe work. Come on. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is a gorgeous color. All right. So I am just gonna, I'm gonna start going around the edges. And I did bring this up and wash it, but I'm hoping I didn't miss any spots. So this one, I might color the actual powder. I don't know, maybe a darker color. All right, I'm gonna flip it like this so I can get like the inside of this rim. So even though I did wash this, I still have like a few spots that it's like not wanting to stick. But oh, all right, so I might as well get as much of that outside and that inner groove colored as I can while it is flipped inside out. And you want to burnish that really good in there. All right. So I have seen a few people that have used this and they weren't liking the colors that they were getting. It wasn't like a chrome to them. So we're going to see by adding it to this if that makes a difference. All right. So like there's a little spot there, but you can only do what you can do, right? So maybe I will color this in a red, maybe. Try to like get the color to be close. I don't know. Because I don't know if it would look better if it was white that showed through, or if it was like a colored, not a resin, but all right, I'm trying to make sure that, like, if I look at one angle, it looks like I missed it, but if I look at the other angle, it looks like I got it all. So I don't know. So we're gonna hope and pray, guys. But you want to make sure that there's no streaks, because if there's streaks, it's going to show in your finished product. So you definitely want to use a soft brush. This brush came with it. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of brush it the other way, try to make sure that I've got no streak marks other than the one I just made. All right. Gosh, I hope this works. All right, so we've got this one done. Let's get this little tea light holder burnished. All right, I'm going to do the same thing so that I can do around this edge here. And then I will just take some alcohol, clean up my workstation here before we start pouring our powder. So whenever you're doing this, because you have, this stuff says you have like a 10 to 12 minute work time, where on the mix to mold, you have a 20-minute work time. So the mix to mold does give you a little bit longer, and than this one does, but we'll see. All right. So I'm just going to do the whole thing inside out, and at least using the one powder, it's probably hopefully not as boring for you guys watching me just color this. But look at how beautiful that color is. Oh my. This is definitely going to be a great Christmas color. So this is definitely coloring way better than my test piece, because I did wash it, like I said. All right, so I am just trying to make sure I haven't missed any spots. And I'm gonna flip that, and then I'm just gonna run it around again on the inside, just to be on the safe side that I don't have any fingerprints in there. All right. All right, so let me just clean this off, and now I'm dying to try these in resin because that is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful color. All right, so I'm gonna put the brush back, move these to the side, and I am just going to spray some alcohol and just try to clean some of this mess up. So when I went upstairs after I tried my test pieces, because I mixed the black, I ended up having black on my nose. My husband's like, what happened to you? Who punched you? I thought you were alone downstairs. I'm like, I was. It's just resin ink. Or whatever. Whatever you want to call it. So yeah. I'm going to get a baby wipe my hands. All right. So I don't know how much we're going to need. So, now this is 100 grams of powder to 30 grams of water, unless you are using an acrylic paint, and then you can add like 35 grams of water. So I think I'm going to pour these white just so we can see. And that way, if I have any left, I will have enough to start pouring my angel. So we're going to put this on. And I am going to mix, I'm going to say 200 grams of powder. This one doesn't come with a scoop, but I kept my scoop from my other one. All right, so we've got that on 0. Oh, might help if I put it on grams. All right, so we're gonna start with 200 grams, and that's going to be 60 grams of water. All right. So we're going to move this over here, and I'm going to just take a cup. We're going to clear it. And I'm going to pour 60 grams of water. And there was a bunch of you that were helping me on the other stuff, and thank you so much. I think that's going to make my life a little bit easier. But I want to give this the fair. All right. I want to give this a fair representation. All right, so 60. All right. Because that's what I did with the other one, so I want to give this a fair comparison. All right, so we're going to pour our water in, and we're going to mix. And everybody that I've watched do this, it definitely was a way better consistency. So their ratios are really, really good. It is a little bit more lumpy, I would say, but I'm just kind of scraping the bottom. I'm really trying to work those little clumps out. All right. Just don't want any lumps, because if you have lumps, it's going to end up being weak spots, or it's going to show through. So All right, how are we looking here? All right, I guess we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pour. Oh, I hope this works. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have enough for these two pieces, but I'm not 100% sure. And no, I'm only gonna have enough for this one, which is fine. All right, which this one can use a little bit more too. So let's just slide that back, get our scale, and I am gonna mix 100. Let's do, because I'm thinking that one takes 100. I'm gonna do 150. And so that would be 45 grams of water. All right. All right. 46, that's good. All right. So, get that mixed. Oops. Ah! Gosh, I'm messy. And this stuff is just so easy to clean. I absolutely love this stuff. I wish you could buy it by the 50-gallon or 50-pound bucket. All right. So, let's pour this one, and then if we have any left, we can top this off. Like, that's already setting. All right. Okay, so I'm going to mix up 300 grams of powder, and I'm just going to use this, and we're going to get our angel poured. No crap. Now, how am I going to do that? Hang on. I didn't... All right. So, I'm just going to pour. My ratios are going to be a little bit off, but I want to get it as close to the 300 so I know when I'm putting my water that I'm close. All right, I'm going to do 290 because that's probably 10 grams in there. All right. Like I said, we're just kind of guesstimating. All right, so I'll use my wet cup, and that's going to be 30, 60, 90 grams of water. All right, 93, a little bit over, that's fine, because I'm sure we have a little bit extra powder in there. So we're going to get that poured, and we're going to get stirring. So far the mixture on this is way more consistent as far as your ratios. They've got the ratios definitely down pat. Where the mix and mold, you just kind of, you go by consistency. So I might have to end up pouring more. I don't know. All right, so we're going to pour this one in the white as well, just so we can, you know, have that consistency uniform between the two. And with this being a silver, I'm hoping, let me just take a stick here and make sure I've really scraped the bottom where that was wet. All right. All right, let's hope and pray this works, guys. All right, so I am gonna stop halfway, and we're gonna, just because I want to make sure that all of the little features are filled in. See, that's already setting. All right, so and the thing that I like about this is it doesn't seem to shrink as much as like resin. So let me just move this out of the way. And of course I made a mess moving it. Why wouldn't I? Right? Why wouldn't I? All right, let me just try to clean up a little bit around. All right, we're gonna top that off, and let me see. Do I just add like another 100, 200 and try to get that into the, all right, let me grab my green, some green pigment here. And all right, we're gonna pour what we have, and then I can add a little bit more if I need to. All right, so I'm thinking 150 grams. All right, let's put this on. Let's Clear this out. Clear it. Let's try 150 grams of powder. $155. We're going to call that good. And where's my water? That's my water. It's empty. That's why. So it would be 45. We'll do we'll do 49. Whatever. All right. And this is going to have a little bit more of a green hue to it because there was already green in here. I should have wiped it out, but I didn't. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. And put some green. And we're just going to marble it like that. Oh my goodness, guys. I could not have planned that any better. I'm gonna try this flower. And we don't have enough to really do anything. It's already curing. So I'm just going to let that harden, and then I will break it apart and we'll stick it in our little resin piece thing here. All right. So I am going to give this 30 minutes for this to cure. That's already probably ready to demold, but I will wait and we'll do them all at the same time. So that way, I have been dying to do this, this Buddha. All right. So, I will be back in... For you guys, it will just be a second. For me, I'm going to go up and have something to drink, and I will be back. Alrighty, guys. It has been like a half an hour. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. All right. I'm just going to leave that like that. So it didn't pick up all the powder, but we'll see what we've got. And so we've got some blotchiness on that as well. All right, let's see. Oh, not bad. It kind of gave like a swirl. it's very rustic looking. And I'm hoping that maybe once it dries, some of this is like, the resin Crete definitely is lumpier than the mixed mold and the other one, for sure. But we're just gonna kind of see what we got out of this. All right. This is the Angel, and I am hoping that she comes out as good as the white one that I did. And at least this mold here is extremely, extremely flexible. Oh, look at, guys. Oh my God. This is gorgeous. Oh. All right. So this mold really, really worked good. And the overage, I mean, I am literally like breaking it with my fingers, guys. Oh, look at how precious. Oh, all right. So this is going to be our piece. I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cure for 24 hours. And I'm hoping that some of this blotchiness goes away. I don't know. I'm almost thinking if I used my tacket over and over and I coated the outside, then when I sealed it, it would like completely cover it. But I don't know. This is like literally like the first piece that I have done with the JDiction. So I don't know if, like, as it continues to cure, if it will make a difference or not, but that is stunning. All right, let's get this little flower out. Like I said, I've never done this flower in this product, but oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Wow. I am impressed. I've got 2 little holes right here. But other than that, guys, it is stunning. All right. Oh, please, Buddha. Please be good. All right. We've definitely got some overage on him, which is not a big deal. We're just going to break it off. Oh. I'm really loving this stuff, guys. I really, really am. All right. Whoa. Let's just get it rolled up some. And we're going to pop its head off. And I'm going to put my hand over it. Are we ready? Oh! Oh, he's precious. He's got all his little toes and his little fingers. He does have a little bubble in his mouth, but oh, he is precious. He has a little hole in his little boobie. Oh, well. So he has a little dark nippy. Oh, I love him. Okay, Buddha, do your magic. Oh, and he has a little bubble in his mouth. But, oh my goodness, he is so cute. So, I mean, he would even look good on our little candle base. Wow, I am impressed, guys. All right, so it seems like the more this is drying, the more we're getting like a white powdery film, I guess you would want to call it. So I'm gonna wet a paper towel, and I am just all right, so you know what we're gonna do? I know this video, it's gonna make it longer, but let's, where is my tack it over? Right over here. All right, so let's just do this little candle thing, because I think I can dry this in a short amount of time. I'll just use my heat gun. All right, so we're just going to use a brush, and I am just going to, now this, you know it's dry when it's clear. All right. So we're just gonna, All right, so we're gonna do the inside in like half of it, and I'm just gonna use my heat gun to dry it out a little bit so that we can see if it's gonna work. Once this is dry, it's still gonna be tacky. So we're just gonna put some more of that red on here, and we're gonna see what we get for a result. All right, so let's get our powders back out. And let's see, we use the red. And let's, so this is how I do my glitter tumblers, with this tack it over and over. And you know what? That is absolutely going to work. All right, and the sticky starts here and goes to about here. So yes, guys, absolutely this is definitely the way to go. So you can do your molds, and then you can just kind of go over them, and then when I seal this, it's going to seal all of this color in. So it's going to be like one solid color. All right. So we might as well finish this piece, and I'm gonna put a little bit more on the inside because there were still some spots that were showing through. All right, so, and you want a thin coat, but you want it covered. And then we're just gonna dry this again. Oh, and I used the wrong brush, guys. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna soak that in the water. Let me grab one of my other brushes. All right, so let's go ahead and dry this real quick. All right, so let's get that inside redusted. And I did get some on the top, so we're just gonna recoat that top area, and then and if you've missed a spot, you can just add some more of the tack it over it. But look at how beautiful that is. You know, like there's a little spot here. I'll just add a little bit more of that tack it over and over. And then once this piece completely dries, then I will seal the whole thing in. But yeah, so this is just the Aleene's original tack it over and over. I got it on Amazon. It's not real expensive. And let's see, I have a few spots that I missed here. And I'm going to use the right brush this time. And we're just going to kind of coat that. All right, so we're going to let that. And let's just, since I'm a mess already, let's go ahead and get this coated. So you can either do like I did and then do this over, or you can just do it in one color and then coat it with this stuff after. I mean, it's just totally up to you what you feel would work better. And we'll just do All right, so all right, let's get this side done. We'll dry it, and then we're going to coat it real quick, and then we will call this. All right. So I'm just going to pop that in the water. I'm going to put my cover on my powder, and we're going to dry it. And when this white is all clear, then you know it's dry. And it's still going to be sticky, which is what's going to help our powder stick to. All right, so it's really hard to tell because I had those white patches like popping through, but let's just give that a little spritzing here. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. All right. And let's just get around. And then once this is sealed, everything's going to be locked in. It's going to be stunning. But look at how beautiful that is. That is rich looking. So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what your thoughts are, and did I make a decent call? Now I gotta find my cover for my glue. Oh, right here. Yeah, let me know, and I'm gonna post these photos, but I will get them sealed tomorrow. And I got a few spots here that I've got to touch up now. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I will get them sealed, and then I'll probably show them on my next video so that you can see the finished product. And let me just clean up some of this disaster. All right, and I'm going to put this in my container over here. And what I will do is I will bring up my mold. I will get them washed so that they will be ready for the next time. But so again, this is our Buddha, but can you see the wet spot? The mix to mold does not do that. So what I've got is I've got my baking rack from upstairs, and I have that on my back counter, and that's what I'm going to put my pieces on to fully dry. So what I might do is once this is all completely dry, I will give this another coat before I seal it, just to make it you know, nice and smooth. But I mean, this is definitely a way to go if you're using like mix to mold or any of the products. But this angel is just adorable. She is just precious. Alrighty, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.